Hey everybody, this is Mr. Crazy 10. Welcome to another pickups video. This is actually completely pickups, and I actually got a lot of stuff. I mentioned on my Facebook page that I did grab a couple things. Actually, I said I have a very nice pickups video, and this is it. I went to the flea market this past weekend, as I mentioned. I was hoping to go in the previous video, and I actually did go. On top of that, I did hit up a couple garage sales. I found one place that had some games. And I got a really, really good deal at half-price books, and I'm going to save that till last. I'm the most excited about the half-price book stuff. I think you guys are really going to like it. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the flea market pickups, and we'll move up from there. It was kind of dry at the flea market. There was a lot of people, there was a lot of vendors, but not a lot of video games. But I did manage to find some cool stuff, and I actually met some a pretty cool guy. Unfortunately, he was selling off his buddy's collection, but I'll get to that later. I grabbed two NES games. The first one here is Hudson's Adventure Island. Not nearly as rare as the second two, or the last two, but definitely not an easy one to find. This is the first time I've ever found this, and I paid $5 for it, which is about going rate. But I figured I'd pay it for the $5 local instead of the $5 plus shipping if I ever did want to get it online. Plus, it's in really, really nice condition. I mean, the label is hardly scratched at all. I'm not sure if the light's picking it up or not, but this is in very good condition. The guy had a couple other NES games, but they were all super common, and he wanted $5 a piece, so I didn't think it was really worth it to buy the rest of those and then try to get rid of them. It wouldn't work out. I had doubles of all of them, so let's see. The next thing that I got a bundle deal with the other NES game and the PlayStation 2 game. This guy was sort of a reseller. He has a shop inside, but then he was at this other flea market selling stuff. I don't know. It was kind of weird, but he gave me a pretty good deal on these two games. Both of these games were $8 combined. The first one is Gotcha the Sport for the NES. This is kind of a rare game. I would say it's probably, if I had to guess, it's like a 3 or a 4 out of 7 on the rarity guide, but no one really wants it. Apparently it's pretty bad. It looks like it's light gun compatible, so it could be very interesting. I don't have my light gun with me, unfortunately, so I can't really try this out. I probably should have looked at the label a little bit better and brought it to test. But definitely something uncommon, something I didn't see every day, and an interesting addition to the NES collection for sure. And the other game I was much more excited about this is Suikoden 3, I believe. It's Suikoden, either Suikoden or Suikoden. The least rare of the three on the PlayStation 2, but still, it's hard to go wrong with a good RPG on the PlayStation 2. I mean, they're known for RPGs for a reason. Or the PlayStation 2 is known for RPGs for a reason. It's a Konami game, so that's a pretty good sign there. It's complete, pretty much mint condition. The case is there's a little bit of like a stickiness on the front of the case, and a little dirt, but disc and the manual are pretty much perfect, so I was happy to get that. And again, those two games were $8 combined. The next thing that I picked up, I was really, really surprised to see this. I've never seen one of these really anywhere. I mean, I've seen them on eBay, but never anywhere like in real life. And that's a Super Nintendo cleaning kit. The stickers say $5. I talked them down to $3. And this is in really good condition. I have an NES cleaning tool, and a Genesis cleaning tool, but this is the first time I've seen one complete in the box. I'll show you guys what's inside. It's in like perfect condition in here. It's got the manual, which is there's a little bit of a bend on the corner. It's kind of inside out, but it's pretty crisp. It's in the tray. It's got the dust sleeve. It's got the cleaner for the cleaner. I mean, it's pretty much perfect condition. I would be surprised if this was really ever used. So I was really happy to find that for $3. It's not really a game, but it's definitely a rarity. I don't see it often, so I bought for $3. It was kind of a no-brainer to pick it up. The last thing that I got at the flea market was a lot of 3 games, and as I mentioned before, there was a guy who was, sorry, I'm going to move the camera a little bit. There was a guy who was selling off his buddy's collection. Basically, his buddy went back to Japan. Well, the guy I talked to was definitely Japanese. I think he lives here, but he's an immigrant. And his friend, I guess, lived here for a couple years. He was selling off his PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 collection, at least parts of it. He said that his buddy gave him, all his stuff, and there was some really rare stuff. sitting there was Mega Man Legends. He had Resident Evil 2. He had some really good like PS2 and GameCube RPGs, some rare ones. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but he said that he took like Mega Man Legends 2 and some other really rare stuff like that, and he knew what they were worth. He looked them up online, but I had a good conversation with him, and he actually gave me a pretty decent deal for these 3 games. So it does pay to talk to the people that you're buying games from, and sometimes they'll do you a really good deal. So there's 3 PS2 games. They're all RPGs. The first one is Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. It's a Capcom RPG. I never heard of this before, but seeing as the person's taste was very good, I was very inclined to pick it up, and it's not too bad. It's in very good condition, and I'm interested to play this. Capcom doesn't do a whole lot of RPGs on the PlayStation 2, so I'd be interested to see how this is. It kind of looks like a cel-shaded thing. Yeah, it's definitely cel-shaded. And I know Breath of Fire is a very good series, so hopefully this continues that tradition. And the other 2 games, one of them is one I've been meaning to pick up for a while, and the other one I didn't even know existed. It's Drakengard and Drakengard 2. Obviously I knew Drakengard existed. I had no idea that there was a sequel where Square Enix and Ubisoft worked together. They're actions RPG, like hack and slash RPG elements mixed with elements of Panzer Dragoon, only in that you're riding on a dragon. It's not on rails. You have free control, much more akin to like a lair without the crappy motion controls. So it does sound very interesting, and I would really like to give these a shot. Stories are supposed to be pretty good, and these are supposed to be very highly underrated, so if anyone has any experience with these games, let me know. I'm interested to get a hold of, or get some time to play them among the other games I'd like to play this summer. So that's it for the flea market. I went to a couple garage sales and only picked up stuff at one place. Actually, the first garage sale that I went to, I went up there and I said, "Hey, do you have any games?" And the son said, "What kind of games?" I said, "Anything." And he came out with a gigantic stack of PS2 games. A lot of it was sports and racing stuff that I had already had or really wasn't interested in. So I passed on a lot of it, but I did manage to get 6 games and an empty case. And I paid $10 for all of these. I think one of these I have as a duplicate, but the rest of them, I believe, the rest of them are all new. And this is the duplicate. The only reason I got this as a double is because I know it's a really good game. That's Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I really liked playing this game. It was a lot of fun. It is disc only in the case, but it is in a decent shape. The artwork is kind of cracked or whatever, but if anyone's been interested in playing this game, I definitely recommend it. If you're interested in trading for something, PS2 game, Xbox game, GameCube game, whatever, just get in contact with me. This is up for trade if anyone's interested. The rest of these games are things that I do not have. Let me see if I can find the one that doesn't have the disc. Yeah, this is the one that doesn't have the disc, which was kind of a shame. It's the original Tekken Tag Tournament. It's just the case with the artwork. But, I'm sure I can get a disc-only copy of this for really cheap. The other ones, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This looks really cool. I don't know if this was cross-platform or not. I don't have this one. Again, disc in the case only. I don't know where all the manuals went. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I have this for the Xbox, but if I'm going to play it, I'd rather play it on the PS2. Again, disc only. They're all in pretty good shape, they're just missing the manual. This one is complete. I have the first one in the series, Destroy All Humans 2. Still haven't played it, but I've heard they're very fun games. This one's in really nice condition, so this must have been a recent addition to his collection or something. Okay, and the last 2 games. This one here is Reign of Fire. Looks like a dragon game where you're battling against the military, kind of like a Godzilla idea. The artwork is kind of roughed up around the top. Not sure what happened, but never seen it before. Thought it was cool. And the last one is a Koei game, and that's Kessen 3. Now, Koei did the Dynasty Warriors games. This looks very, very akin to a Dynasty Warriors game, except a lot more strategic. It looks like you're it's set in feudal Japan as it appears, but instead of saying this person, being in control of one person, it's actually a strategy war game. So it looks very interesting. Again, no manual, but this is in really nice shape. So if anyone has manuals for these, or anything of that kind, or they have a disc-only copy of Tekken, or they're looking for Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, please let me know. I'd be willing to make deals with with that in mind. And then the last stuff, as I mentioned, is my excellent half-price books haul. I was very pleased with this. The last time I went, they had a very lackluster selection, but on Saturday when I went, I mean, they had a lot of stuff. And I was struggling with myself because I had already bought a lot of stuff that day. But at the end of the day, I said I'm not going to see these games for these prices, maybe ever. Especially the last one I'm going to show you guys. So I was like, well, I'm going to pick it up. And my dad actually gave me $10 to cover one of the games. I mean, I had enough money to pay for it, but I don't get to see him very often, so it was kind of his gift to me. So that was really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I picked up a Master System game, which I've been looking for. This is one that's definitely on my want list. I don't have a huge knowledge of Master System games, but I do know that this is supposed to be pretty good, and that's the Ninja. I know Ninja Bear Hug did a gameplay of this on his Sega Master System Quest or whatever it's called. It looked pretty fun. This is complete, very good condition. There's a little bit of a kind of a cut or something, or a crease in the back of the plastic, but I so rarely come across these that it really was not a big deal. And that was $5. So for a Master System game, $5 complete is pretty nice. This next one here is one I've been looking out for just ever since I started collecting the Genesis. And I finally got myself a copy of it for a good price, and that's Ultra Beast. This was $6. And classic Sega Genesis game. This is in fantastic condition as well. The art, or the case is really smooth, so I don't know if that's a replacement case or something or what, but no, it's a legit case, so maybe it's just a different kind of case, but I was happy to pay $6 for that. That's a really good price. And the best Genesis game that I picked up there, this is quite uncommon. I mean, if you look on Rarity Guide, I think that their rarity value is very much too low. This is Phelios. This is a vertical shooter. It looks very fun. It's Fight Evil in ancient Greece, so it's a shooter set in ancient Greece, and it's developed by Namco. And I thought there was something else interesting in there, but no. Very hard to find. This was $10, and that's about going rate, which is surprising. Maybe it's not as good of a game as it is a rare game, but definitely hard to track down complete. Very, very good condition. I've been having a really good time finding rare Genesis games lately, so I was happy to pick that up. And then I picked up 2 GameCube games, and these have been, on my GameCube list for the longest time, and I never thought that I would find them both at the same time, so I was just over the moon. The first one is this is probably my my best GameCube game, I would say. Just absolutely a classic, and yeah, I'm just going to show you guys. It's Ikaruga. This thing is mint. I mean, this is in perfect condition. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it is a treasure shoot-'em-up that is arguably one of the best shoot-'em-ups ever made. And I would say easily within any retro or hardcore gamers list, easily within the top 10 GameCube games in terms of just sheer polish and it's so well done. I've played it at my friend's house before. It's incredible, and it's complete. The only real flaw is that there is a sticker on the manual, and I'm going to hopefully get that off with a hairdryer and a little bit of patience. This was $20, which is about half the going rate right now, and I couldn't believe that they would actually list it, or they would actually put it on the shelf for $20. And this has been here that had been there for 10 days. I can't believe no one picked that up. So that, I'm very happy. And then I was getting ready to check out, and I saw they had a stack of games waiting to be put on the shelves, and I just looked through it, and I saw this, and I just got giddy. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I would never imagine I'd find this game. This is such a rare game, and for this price is just excellent. It's Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. I paid $10 for this. This is a $40 game, $35-$40 game on eBay, And as with Ikaruga, I mean, this thing is mint. Both the discs are in fantastic shape. The instructions are flat. The artwork is pristine. The case is, I mean, it's not even, there's no shelfware on this thing. I mean, I don't know what happened if they just put it in a vacuum seal and left it, but it's in incredible condition. So I was not about to pass this up for $10. And the small donation that my dad made really helped make that decision for me. So there we go, guys. I think that was a pretty good pickups video. Definitely one of the best just pickup videos I've had recently. I don't think it'll quite top the last big one I did, but definitely some really good quality games in here. I can't wait to play Ikaruga again, as well as Phelios and Altered Beast. You know, there's just so many classics in here. So thank you guys very much for watching. As I mentioned, if you're interested in that Lord of the Rings game, please drop me a line. If you've got Tekken Tag Tournament disc only, or you're willing to trade a copy of that, I would love to get a hold of that. Or if you have manuals for any of the other PS2 games I mentioned, please get in contact with me. You know, I'd love to complete those games. And I think that's it. Oh, one last thing though. Hopefully you'll notice that the quality on this video is a little bit better. I'm using my new editing software. I picked up a copy of Sony Vegas, and I'm trying a little bit different lighting setup. I am thinking about getting a couple more lights to do kind of a 3-point lighting setup just to get a better overall picture and kind of wash out the yellow that tends to be back in this corner. So hopefully I can figure that out, and hopefully I can figure out Vegas. Should hopefully see a nice increase in video quality from me. So I guess, I mean, I have no idea what it's going to look like until I actually render it, but hoping that it's good. So let me know how I did, guys. And I think with that said, that's about all I have for you today. So the next video I've got is, I don't remember. I shot a video a while ago and I don't remember exactly what it is, but I will definitely, oh, it's my summer backlog. I'll be posting that in a couple days as well. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you guys in a few days with my summer backlog.